Okay everyone, I am back. So I did a little bit of clearing out in the mine and found some more diamonds, so that's awesome. That means that we should be able to get a quarry up and running this episode. And as much as I want to keep this different from everything else, I feel that a quarry is an essential item in our journey for awesomeness. And to be completely honest, there's no other really good way to generate a lot of materials other than a quarry. A quarry does a fantastic job of it, so I don't want to reinvent the wheel, otherwise I won't have enough materials to make more stuff. So that being said, let's make a quarry. But first, I'm going to finish clearing out all this gravel and see if we have any more diamond around here, because this is pretty cool. Quite happy with this. Although there was a lot of gravel to clear out, in the long run, it will totally end up being worth it, because we'll have gotten, oh, wow, a lot of diamonds. A lot of diamonds. Now I'm going all the way. Wow, that's really good, actually. You know, I thought I'd never find this guy, see if there's another around here. Sometimes it's just hidden, and there's a little bit more, but I don't think so, because that was just thing itself on its own right. We should have about 9 diamonds now. Yes, we do. That is awesome. Okay, cool. So let's head back up our mine.
I think because I didn't leave a path to follow, now my stomach sinks. Skeletons are so annoying when they find me. They just don't give up, and the arrows don't remind me. These precious diamonds I'm holding in my inventory, I'd like to keep them, please. Now just don't let the story end on a sad note. Let me make it back out. Can you hear me, Notch? Just don't let me black out. It's looking bad, no grass, top dirt in sight. But what's that? Yeah, I think that's it, it just might. One more block to my...
Because we are almost back up to the surface. Fantastic. Close enough, for sure. Cool. Okay, so we have quite a bit of diamonds now, and I want to make good use of them by setting up a quarry this episode. We actually have 17 diamonds, which is really awesome. So the quarry is going to need quite a bit of materials, but I think we can swing it. We should be able to. Let's see here. There's a little bit of lag. Not exactly sure why, other than the fact that I am copying a very large file at the moment. That's the only thing I can think of that would be causing this lag, but it's not that big of a deal. So I need something to power this, and I don't have any coal, so I'm going to take this wood and see if I can make some charcoal. Fantastic, it works. So let's get that made up, and then let's see, what else do we want to do? We want to start making some engines. So we need a few Stirling engines, and those are going to be pistons, and pistons are iron and redstone and cobblestone. Well, we have plenty of cobblestone, we have enough redstone. We're going to need some iron, which we should have enough of, I would think. I would hope. Yeah, there we go. So now we have some charcoal. I'm going to go ahead and make another furnace real quickly so that we can kind of speed up our production. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so we got another furnace. Let's put this down right here. Yeah, this lag is brutal. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to put it in the bottom here so that it continues generating, and I'm going to start smelting up some gold. And this lag should cease and desist here in a moment. Okay, so there's 1 gold. We're actually going to need 8 gold ingots. And I don't think a pulverizer is something worth investing in at the moment, because we need... Oh, maybe it would be, actually. Machine frame is just glass, iron, and gold, and then a piston and 2 flint. Okay, so a pulverizer is actually worth investing in. So we're going to cut this gold smelting as soon as it lets me right click. This is silly. Oh, dear. Read timed out. That was interesting. Let's log back in real quickly here. There we go. Okay, so we're back in. Apparently that was just some lag. Now we're going to pull that out because we do want to make up this pulverizer, which is going to be glass, gold, and iron. The glass is made with sand, so let's get our sand up in here. What the frick was that? That was weird. That was really weird. What the heck is going on? Crazy things are happening. Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna fix this. Pickaxe, hatchet, shovel. There, fixed. That was really weird. Anyway, so we have some nice charcoal here that we can put into here. Now to make the pulverizer, we're gonna need some more sand. So I'm gonna grab some of that right now from over here. We're only gonna need 2 more. The server is definitely up, so I'm not exactly sure what is going on here. Oh, there we go. Items, please. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of lag going on here. So how about I sort out this lag, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so 2 hours later, and after quite a bit of effort and a little bit of bug dealing with, I am back. Unfortunately, what happened is I walked away from my computer for a moment, and then a creeper blew up, and then everything fell apart. I don't know if the creeper was to blame, or if that was merely coincidental, and really it was just a bug, or honestly what was going on. But it was the craziest thing I had ever seen before, ever. Blocks just weren't placing. It was like block lag to a crazy extreme. But now that that's fixed, that's a fantastic thing. We're back, and let's do this. So I left off wanting to have a work on the new smelting system, and also having 17 diamonds, which that's pretty awesome on its own. Now, with those 17 diamonds, I'm wanting to make a quarry, and also I wanted to get started on making some engines. But before I do anything else, for the sake of my eternal protection, I am going to build myself a bloody home. It doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be fantastic, but it needs to be something to encase all of this stuff. So that we're actually protected come nighttime. So that's what we're going to do real quickly right now. We're going to actually build ourselves a quick home with this fantastic redwood, which I have in great abundance. And I'm going to stack it down here. I'm going to get rid of this tree with my axe. This hatchet is incredible. Shoom. Some apples would be well appreciated, because I'm hungry, and death does not restore your health on this mod pack, which is really interesting, in my opinion. It changes the game dynamics so much. Because the idea is, oh, well, if I die, I'll just go pick up my items, but at least I'll have all of my hunger back. And this just completely changes that, and it's just like, no, you do not have all your hunger back. So I'm gonna build ourselves a nice little home here. Actually, I'm gonna expand this out just a smidgen, because this is way too close. Fantastic. We'll go around the outside edge here. Just like so. And then, we need to grab some more wood out of the chest. Wrong chest. Redwood. Cool. And let's bring this up and around to the other one. Right here. Whoops. Bit of a misplace there. Okay, cool. So that looks good. We have a basis for our large island home. Now, whoops. Now I'm just going to go around and turn this into walls real quickly. Excuse me, pig. So as I'm doing this, I want to tell you guys a story, because many of you have asked questions about my medical situation and all that, and I figured, hey, you know, what better opportunity than to really explain what's been going on with life and drugs and pain medication kind of stuff. So, buckle in, sit back, because you're in for a ride. About 3 years ago, I had really bad allergies. Thank goodness those are a little bit better now. But I went and saw a chiropractor because I had really bad headaches from my allergies, and we thought that it might be something structural. And so from that, we figured out, he's like, no, this is definitely not structural bone-wise at the moment. This is definitely allergies. And so we went through a whole allergy treatment thing. And then he said, but what could be putting pain in your knees and your feet is the fact that you need orthotics. We're like, oh, okay, well, tons of people have orthotics. That's not a huge deal. And so we went and we got, like, the normal, you know, not special prescription, non-prescription orthotics, and tried them out. And they helped for a little while, just with the normal foot thing, and then shortly after that, probably about 6 months later, about a year after, once we had finished all of the allergy testing, I started having pain in my knees, and I noticed that when I ran and stood, my feet stopped at a 90-degree angle, which means each foot was 45 degrees in the outward direction. So they weren't parallel when I stood. And so we're like, well, this is weird. This seems more structural. And so we went and we saw a rheumatologist because, well, we saw my pediatrician and they ordered some blood tests, and then we went to see a rheumatologist at Riley. And they said that I had something called hypermobility. It wasn't anything to be too concerned about. It was a mild case, and all it meant was that I was too flexible, basically. And sometimes that can cause pain. And we're like, okay, well, this still isn't horrible. I'm just taking ibuprofen every day. And so that's all I was doing for pain medication at that point. I gotta go grab some more wood. So that's all I was doing for pain medication at that point, was just ibuprofen every day, because that was, you know, it was sufficient. And so what I did with that then is we saw them, and then I saw them again a couple months later, and they're like, yeah, I mean, this still looks okay. And then the doctor who was treating me died of lung cancer, I believe. Don't quote me on the correct type of cancer. But we had gotten really close to her, so that was kind of upsetting. But so then we basically, not only did we lose someone who we were quite close to after this whole situation, but then I no longer had like a spearheading doctor. So we were just completely lost at that point. So from there, I was still being homeschooled, and on that note, I was part of a homeschool co-op. And so basically the whole point of that is so that you're not just sitting at home alone, but you're actually, you know, doing things with friends and having like an art class and stuff like that. And so I did that, and somewhere along the lines, I started to notice that I had a really bad pain in my knee and my feet when I ran, also in my ankles. So we're like, okay, well, this is really weird. What's going on? And then I also started having this intense pain in my jaw. And so we're like, well, this is really strange. And so this sounds more like something called TMJ, which is a jaw thing. But then we thought about the hypermobility diagnosis again, and we figured out that my jaw was in pain because it was actually too loose and it wasn't being supported correctly, as opposed to being too tight, the characteristic form of TMJ. So I had this really weird kind of jaw pain that was extremely sharp and stabbing, and so we went and we saw them again, and they just upped my my ibuprofen, and we're like, well, I need to probably get some pain medicine. And at this point, I was still in my homeschool co-op, because that was still going on during the school year, and so I made it through the end of that. It was that fall then, when I was starting again, last fall, that I went and actually saw a geneticist, and they were like, no, that's totally not what's going on. You have something called Ehlers-Danlos, and we're fairly certain because you have the heart condition that goes along with it. Your skin is extremely stretchy. I'll have to show you guys a picture of that. It's just really weird. Your skin is extremely stretchy, and you have all this pain in all your joints, including your jaw. And so like, okay, so this is really characteristic. And I'm like, okay, well, what do we do now? And we continued the ibuprofen for a while, and that just wasn't cutting it. So we're like, well, what can we do for pain medicine? And so we went and we saw a physiatrist, and they deal with a lot of body construction type thing as well. But they were not one of my better doctors, unfortunately. They, why am I fighting him with my broken axe? Ow. I'm also taking damage because I'm hungry. Anyway, so the pain medicine was not strong enough for me anymore. So we're like, well, what are we going to do with this? Because I'm in so much pain. And so they gave me something called amitriptyline, and then my my orthopedic gave me something called Mobic. And Mobic is an anti-inflammatory painkiller, much like ibuprofen, but different and stronger. And I'm still on that to this day. And then I was on the amitriptyline, and that really made me feel really weird with my emotions and everything. And so I got off of that as quickly as I could. But, I mean, coming off of that thing was nightmarish. I thank God that I'm off that now. And so from that, then we're like, well, we waited until, it was probably February then, so we went from October to February without any major medication other than a sleeping pill and an anti-inflammatory. And then in February, we saw the Riley Pain Clinic, and we're like, you know what, I've been in so much pain for the past year now, and it just continues to intensify. I need something that's actually going to cut the pain. And that's how I got Nucynta, my narcotic painkiller. And lately, we were like, well, and that was just the original one. And we were like, well, this isn't lasting long enough. And so, I mean, Riley Pain Center has just been a godsend. But we're like, this isn't lasting long enough. It's just not strong enough. And so we were like, well, what are we gonna do with this? And so we ended up having to take our current medicine and turn it into an extended release. And so the extended release was not only like a different kind of delivery as far as it released over time instead of all at once, but it was also stronger. And so I'm on the extended release now, and we just recently contacted them and was like, hey, I'm been in even more pain. And so I've actually doubled the dose of my narcotic painkiller. And I actually took 2 this morning, and I took 1 this evening. So 150 milligrams of painkiller. Which is really crazy, because when I was in elementary school, I didn't even want to take, like, Tylenol for a headache. So it's so against my my normal me. It's not even funny. How am I supposed to repair this thing's durability? Oh, there we go. Cool. So, I mean, that's kind of my story for now. And, you know, there's more to be told as it continues, but at the moment, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm making videos because I enjoy that, and it helps distract me from my daily pain. Beyond that, I mean, I'm just not doing much. I leave the house for physical therapy, and I leave the house for when I have to. Other than that, I'm just pretty much cooped up in my bedroom, laying in my bed, resting. Having the laptop has been a massive godsend, because I can just lay in my bed, but I can still work on server stuff and recording and YouTube and editing and everything. But as far as recording goes, that's why everything had kind of slowed down a little bit, just because for these past 2-3 weeks, I have just been in such a high intensity of pain that trying to do anything has just been non-existent, unfortunately. So hopefully that'll give you guys a better idea of why sometimes I'm not around so much in the way that I would like to be. And, you know, maybe that'll just make sense of some things. Like, sometimes when I sound like I'm absolutely drugged, it's because I am. And it's so hard, because that's not who I am. I mean, I've never even been one to take over-the-counter drugs, and now I'm taking something that's in the same class as freaking morphine. It's just, it's crazy. It's such a life change. So yeah, I mean, sometimes if I sound like I'm drugged, that's because I am, and I'm on, like, heavy narcotic painkillers. So, I mean, it's really sad. Just because of everything that's going on, but I don't really have a choice. I mean, it's either that or be in extreme pain, so it's really unfortunate. So, I mean, that's kind of the story of where I'm at right now. I hope it helps you guys make some more sense of everything, in the essence of lacking videos and YouTube uploads and whatnot. I mean, it's a struggle. Every day is a constant struggle. So, I mean, some days I don't even want to get out of bed. It's not that I can sleep, because I can't sleep, and I haven't been sleeping well because of the pain. It's not like it's just, you know, you're a teenager and you sleep till like 4 in the afternoon. I wake up at like 12, but I may lay in bed until 5. It's just where my life's at, unfortunately. So I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me, because this has kind of been just an opportunity to be able to relax and rest and not have to do a lot, but yet I still get to have fun doing something that I love, which is making videos and doing YouTube stuff. So thank you guys so much for giving me that opportunity and allowing me to be able to do that, because not everyone succeeds the way I have, and I attribute that to my amazing fan base. So I mean, that's kind of the story. That's where I'm at right now. And what's so sad is, if you go back a little bit further, I was bullied really badly in public school, when I was in public school, and that's one of the reasons that I decided to homeschool. The other one was because school, for the most part, wasn't challenging enough. Because, I mean, before I went on all my medication, I was actually smart. Like, I tested in the top 2% of a massive school district, and all sorts of awesome stuff like that. And I was completing chemistry this year with, like, chemistry tests of 98%. And then I switched to my extended release painkiller, and I went from 98 to 76. It was just so drastic, and it's just so sad, because it's not what you're used to. So anyway, back to the original story. It was a bit of a tangent, but so I was actually bullied in public school, and so I was at this point where I was happy with my homeschooling. Everything was working out really, really well with it. I was making some new friends. I wasn't having bad school experiences, because I was being homeschooled with really good friends that I knew and had known for a while, and I was doing like gym and PE stuff, even though I had never really been very physical in that sense, but not necessarily in the I couldn't do it sense, just that I wasn't very good at it. But I still tried and gave it an effort, and it was an environment where that wasn't made fun of, you know, and that sort of a thing. It was just a really good group of people. And I started going to like a youth group Friday night hangout kind of thing, and then I feel like I was just starting to get out. I was doing karate, I was in a robotics club, and I was still doing all my YouTube stuff, so everything felt great. I felt like I was just starting to live my life again after all the crazy public school stuff, and then all of this just hit me like a brick wall. So that's my story, guys. I don't want to say I hope you enjoyed it, because it's not very enjoyable, but I hope you guys did enjoy hearing it. So just saying, you know where my life's at, because you guys have kind of become like a second family. After all my other second family, really close friends, but you know what I'm saying. A big part of my life, that's for sure. You guys have definitely become a big part of my life. And, I mean, it's something that I'm really proud of, because it's something that I created with the combination of Ben and I, and we created this massive channel, and it just continues to grow. Here within the next month or so, I project to hit about 7,000 subscribers, which is just huge. So, you know, we're getting our nice base built up, and I'm out of redwood? No, I'm not. Okay, cool. This is actually going to be a pretty sweet island, because it's going to basically be encased at this point. So it's like completely protected, and then I'm going to have torches on the inside, and this is pretty cool looking. I'm gonna need to repair my axe here in a moment too. So hopefully that was enough to entertain you guys while I'm building my boring house. I would have just cut through all of this, but I figured it was an opportunity to share that with you guys. And so, you know, now you know. Not the happiest story. I'm sorry if you're sad now. It is pretty sad. But hey, it's life right now, so. I just heard a ding ding. Who just texted me? Just got a text. From whom? That's what I want to know. Oops, shoot. Okay. So let's get ourselves some ladders so that we can actually get up on the side of our house here. I'm going to put it on the outside actually, as silly as that sounds, because then I can actually get up here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let me break this one. My hatchet is almost done, I believe, so that's a thing. I'm only going to do a few more layers, and then I'm actually going to be done making my house. My mama was texting me. Looks like we got a dog down there too, so once we get some meat, I can have a buddy. So that's kind of cool. Ah, shoot. I did it again. I just keep falling off my rooftop. Which, that being said, I'm actually gonna make some of this into, where'd my dog go? Hello, doggy? I don't know, he must have wandered off. That's a shame. Okay, so I'm actually gonna make some of these into, steps. Whoops. That should be a good amount for starters. I'll finish off the ceiling, and then I can round it out. Oh, there he is. Hello, buddy. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up for next episode, and I'll see you guys then. But remember, if you guys enjoyed, please leave me some feedback in the comment section down below. Like and favorite to support the series. Subscribe if you want to see more content similar to this and dissimilar to this, because I do a whole bunch of random crap just for the fun of it. Beyond that, we have a YogCraft server if you guys want to come on and play on that. That's IP is play.yogcraft.com. You can always check out our website, tpmgaming.com/blog, for all sorts of bloggy, random, updatey type stuff. Beyond that, I've been TechnicPackMod. You've been watching New World Mod Pack, which I've had great pleasure playing. And so if you guys want me to make a server for this mod pack, please let me know in the comment section down below, because I would be more than happy to do so. Beyond that, remember to leave a like so that I know that you guys are enjoying this. And I'll see you soon. Bye.